All right, let's do Deborah.
Hello.
Hey, how are you?
Hey.
It's good to see you.
It's good to see you.
You were in Sim 1, right?
Yep.
All
Yeah.
right,
Beautiful
cool.
class. It was really good. Really enjoyed it. Yeah.
Awesome.
And got to do it with my sister. So
Yeah,
that was nice. It's definitely
good
nice. And
deal.
just
Well, thanks
finding,
for being on the show.
yeah, thank you. I dream a lot. A lot. So
All right, so you got a
yeah.
good one for us today?
I think so. It's fairly recent. I send my sister all my dreams and she thought this was a good one to share. So if it's okay, I'll just kind of read it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So I arrived in Denver airport, and at the same time, my friend, who also came to visit, was also arriving. We were about to meet up with my husband, who was picking us up, when Elon Musk was there, and he started walking and talking with us. He bought himself a latte and my friend a hot tea. They decided to stay behind and drink it while I decided to go on to get my luggage. But when I got to the part where you walk past like the people through security, you're going through the airport, instead of just walking, it turned into a slide. So like the whole floor like dipped down and you had to slide down. And it was so unusual that I decided to go back up and slide back down again. And then I went back up to do it again. But this time, um, my friend and Elon Musk, I went up to them and I told them, I said, I never knew that there was a slide in Terminal B. I usually take Terminal C. Elon found that comical and he laughed. I then went down, then we all went down the slide again, but this time it was a curvy slide. It was like a kind of like at a water park, except it was dry, no water, and we just had to slide down in order to get to the baggage claim. And then that was it. That's when I woke up. So
Wow, that's really cool. So you're at an airport. Are you going to get on a plane or you're coming off of a plane?
we're coming off. I'm coming off of a plane, and then my friend
Okay,
happens to be arriving at the same time.
right. And
Yeah.
with your friend is Elon Musk, or you guys see Elon Musk somewhere?
He just kind of meets up with us and starts talking with us.
Yeah.
And I didn't even realize it was him until after I woke up. I was like, oh my gosh, I just dreamt about Elon Musk.
Yeah, that's cool. I've had several dreams about Elon. So he's a really interesting symbol in a dream. Um, so being at an airport, arriving at an airport means that you're coming down off of either a season of seeing in a much clearer, further place, or even potentially a promotion. It also means the idea of a new season arriving at a new location. And so you're fresh into a new season because you've just freshly arrived at this new location.
Hmm.
And so now you're getting ready to literally kind of go out into the world because you're off the plane, you haven't really experienced yet the atmosphere of the new place, right? Because when you first arrive, you don't really typically go outside. You go through into the building and then down into the baggage claim. And then from there, you go outside. So if you fly into Florida in the summer, you don't know how hot it is until you get your bags and you step outside, and then it's 100 degrees and 90% humidity. And you're like, oh my gosh, can I get back on the plane and head to Colorado? So you're in a new season and you haven't experienced the full atmosphere of the new season yet, is the first part that I hear. The second part is you're in a place with two different groups of people. One are friends of yours, so it's a place of community, and another one are geniuses, really smart people. And that's what I believe Elon Musk represents. He just represents, a guy that's become a billionaire in 4 different industries with multiple different companies. He's definitely an anomaly as far as a business person, but also even as thinking outside the box and being a genius and he represents, in my opinion, a master strategist as well, because he really cares about the environment. And so he either wants to heal the earth or create an exit strategy for humans. And so that's the whole idea of Solar City, the whole idea of Tesla are all environmentally friendly companies. And then, of course, SpaceX is the idea of going to Mars and building a habitable colony on Mars in the event that we can't live on the earth anymore, you know. So whether we believe with his belief system or not doesn't matter. What matters is the guy's taken his belief system to the nth degree, built $3 billion, multi-billion dollar companies, and he thinks so far outside the box that, I think it can be a lesson to us all. Having those people around us or with us, I think, will allow us to grow and just be better people. Just listening and spending time. I love spending time with people who think way outside the box, just because it's a learning experience just to be friends with people like that mostly. So what's really interesting is you were kind of the forerunner. They were there talking and you were like, I'm going to go get my bags, right? And so then you were the one that found out is coming through the backside of TSA, I got to slide down the slide. Mm-hmm. And so that represents getting to the bottom of things, particularly getting to the bottom of things where your baggage is. So this could represent like a level of emotional healing. You know, how do you feel about friends and how do you feel about super smart people? You know, those are the people that are with you when you decide, I'm going to go get to the foundation. I'm going to get to the bottom of things. I'm going to retrieve my baggage. What's really cool is you get more captivated and caught up in the journey of getting to where your bags are, that you don't necessarily pick up your bags. You go back and you do the slide again because you're like, this is cool. I'm going to go slide down the slide. I'm not going to sit here and wait for my baggage. And so now at this point, you've abandoned your baggage to go on the journey yet again, because the journey is now fun. Yeah. And this is a journey of going down the rabbit hole, getting into exploration, doing a level of research. It's almost like exploring, like when people explore their genealogy, a lot of people, they get really, really hooked on that. And they just want to keep digging up stories about their ancestors because it may be one of the first times they've gone down a research rabbit hole on their own. And so you're doing that, and then you do it again, and then you go back and you tell your friends and Elon Musk, hey, I didn't know that there was a slide down here. Let's all go down the slide. And normally you're in terminal C, and now you're in terminal B. So being at a normal terminal versus the terminal that you're in, I believe it just represents your path in life. Terminal meaning we all have this terminal disease called life, and pretty much almost every one of us die at some point, you know. And so you were going down a path in life called terminal C, and you backed up and you went to terminal B instead, and you realized that going down the path of terminal B, again, representing your journey in life, is a lot more fun than the path that you've been down before. And so you're like, I want to go down this path. And Elon, who's a genius, thinks outside the box, begins laughing. He's a guy, too, that if you know anything about him or you've read his book or you've just observed him, over time, I've watched his movies, read his book, all of that stuff. He's a guy that loves to have fun. He just likes to enjoy life. He works super, super hard, but he's a bit of a prankster, a bit of a jokester, and he likes to have a lot of fun. And he's even that way with his kids, you know. So when you say you found a funner way, a better way, a way that's different than your experience, he laughs and then everybody goes with you. And so you've researched this place back to the foundations of finding out where your baggage is, but then you abandon your baggage to go on this fun journey. So here's what God is saying to you. Here's the actionable intelligence. You're in a new season. You've just arrived. You haven't experienced the outside atmosphere. You're feeling like first of all, you're meeting friends there, and you're meeting people there that are genius people. Like a spirit of wisdom is there with you. And for some reason, you decide to go down a different path. Going down this different path makes life a whole lot more fun. to the point that you abandon your baggage, which means Isaiah 43:18, forget the former things and do not remember the things of the past. For behold, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs up. Can you not perceive it? So in this new season, at this new place, with your friends and the spirit of wisdom, this genius person with you, you decide to take a different path and realize it's a whole lot more fun than the path that you always took before. And not only that, you've left the past behind because you're no longer going to pick up your baggage. You're going just to be on the ride. And then what do you retrieve? Your bags? No. You go back and you retrieve your friends and say, come on this journey with me. And at the last point when you go down, it's even more fun because instead of it just being a straight slide, it's now a curvy slide, which can be rated on a fun scale a little bit higher, I think, than a straight slide. So I just feel like you're in a new season that's going to be incredible. Be willing to think outside the box, try different ways, do new things. Forget the past. Forget, well, this is the way I've always done it this way. I've always gone to Terminal C. Forget Terminal C. Go to Terminal B. Well, I feel like I got to go pick up my baggage and, I remember this and that and this trauma that I've been through and my heart got hurt here. And just have fun in this season with the people that God's placed you with.
Wow, that's incredible. I would have never gotten that at all. So I'm going to have to listen to this again too, because there's a lot of information.
There is. We'd love to have you back for some more sim classes too, if you'd like to. But yeah, this is fun. This is a really fun dream. I like the idea that you're laughing, you're having fun, you're in community, you're going on this new adventure. It's a very good dream for you, Deborah. I really like where it's taken you.
Oh, thank you. I'm glad I brought this one. I try to write them down. Ever since I took the sim, I started writing my dreams down. So they started, well, most of them. Sometimes I'm like, oh, this is going to take too long to write down. But usually I try to take a minute and write it down.
That's awesome. Well, thank you so much for sharing your dream. I'm glad you were on with us today.
Yeah, thank you very much. Loved it. Thank you.
All right, you got it. We'll see you next time.
Okay, bye.
Bye.